Hello everyone, it's Shalia. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to find both scarab key halves so you can unlock the Cave of Wonders, which is also known as the Vault in Disney Dreamlight Valley, A Rift in Time. In order to find the scarabs, there are a few things you absolutely have to do first. The most obvious of all is you must unlock the bridge that leads to the glittering dunes and the wild tangles. I did a tutorial on how to do this and I'll put a card up there in case you haven't unlocked that yet, so you can go watch that first and then come back to this video. You'll need to be on Jafar's Your Eternal Reward quest and Gaston's Wanderer of the Dunes quest, which run pretty much together with each other for just a little bit. Since you have to have Gaston's quest started, you will have to have unlocked Gaston. You will also need Rapunzel unlocked as well, so make sure you start building your friendship levels with both of them. And I've also heard that you may need to talk to Rapunzel before you talk to Gaston. I actually did it in that order, so I don't know if that's a thing or not, so you guys are gonna have to let me know in the comments. And finally, you'll need to have the waste in the glittering dunes and the grove in the wild tangle unlocked. These two areas need to be unlocked with mist, so make sure you have a supply of that. Both the waste and the grove will cost you 4,000 mist each to unlock, so it's not that bad. It is actually cheaper than some of the areas because a lot of them are 10,000. It's also important to note that you'll also need to have fished up LeFou. Is it LeFou? LeFou? I don't even know how to pronounce his little buddy. You must have fished him up in the waste, which will be an earlier task with Gaston. So this shouldn't be an issue for you, but I thought it was worth mentioning because at the beginning of the Wanderer of the Dunes, he does kind of mention that the key is maybe in the waste. You have to fish it out. And then when you do go fish it out, it's going to be his little buddy. So you're not going to find a key there. Just letting you know that up front. Once you have everything ready, go talk to Gaston and then search the plains with your hourglass to find the first half of the scarab. Once found, go back and talk to Jafar at the hologram station and he'll hint that the other half of the scarab is in the jungle. Now head back to Gaston and talk to him. At this point, he tells you he's not going to help you find the other half of the scarab and he just needs some time to himself. Oh, brother, right? I mean, that's just typical Gaston. This will end the Wanderer of the Dunes quest and the Wild Tangle Swarm quest begins. Since Gaston is not ready to help or talk to you now have to wait. Now, for me, it was approximately 1.5 to 2 hours to talk to him again, but I have read on other social media posts that it has taken people up to 3 hours. So my results may be different than yours, but it did only take me about 1.5 to 2 hours. I was kind of timing it. That's why I'm not sure of the exact time. But when he is ready to talk to you again, he will show back up on your map. Basically, he gets removed from your map. You'll know when it's time because he'll show back up over in his encampment. And at this point, this is a really good time to work on building Rapunzel's friendship and completing quests for her if you need to. There are a couple quests you will have to complete first with Rapunzel anyway, so you might as well just do that if you haven't. And if you've already completed all her quests, you can now collect materials to get ready to continue Gaston's quest, as you need a bunch of flowers, plants, and tropical wood for the Wild Tangle Swarm quest. I personally would start looking for the red pitcher plants first, and while you're doing that, you might as well collect the yellow pitcher plants, and they are in the grove. You must have that unlocked. And you're going to need the Venus flytraps in green and purple, and you're going to have to start gathering tropical wood, which you can find wood just about everywhere in the Wild Tangle. And it is worth mentioning that those red pitcher plants are very rare. They don't really spawn that often, so the sooner you can get to them, the better. Now, since I already had all the materials and had the grove unlocked and had progressed far enough with Rapunzel, I went ahead and did some quests with Eve instead because I kind of was ignoring her in the beginning. After I got the hourglass, I totally left her behind. Honestly, if you've done Eve's quest, aren't they cute? I mean, I'm absolutely having fun with her quest, and I'm not even finished yet. I think I'm at level 9 with her right now, so I am just about at her level 10 quest, and I'm gonna work on that. I just haven't done it yet. So you'll want to keep checking your map to see when Gaston shows back up. Like I said, 1.5 to 2 hours for me, but some people said 3. So once he shows back up on your map and you've talked to Rapunzel and unlocked the grove, go talk to Gaston at his encampment again. He'll point you towards the Wild Tangle to find Rapunzel and talk to her about the second half of the scarab. While we're talking to Rapunzel, she mentions that there is a swarm of bugs in the grove and that could be guarding something very important, perhaps the second half of the scarab. Go over to the grove and check out the swarming insects and a new task will appear. You'll need to take a picture of the insects so you can go back and show Rapunzel. Take the picture in selfie mode. It's the easiest setting and it's the first setting that pops up, and then return to Rapunzel. After you show her the picture, she determines that the swarming insects are indeed scarabs and they must be protecting the other scarab half. She tells you that you might be able to get rid of the swarm by making a coniferous flower arrangement. You're gonna need 4 green fly traps, 4 purple fly traps, 4 red pitcher plants, 4 yellow pitcher plants, and 12 tropical wood. And at this point, if you collected all of those materials while you were waiting for Gaston to find himself, you can just go to your crafting table and make 2 carnivorous flower arrangements. Once crafted, go back to the area of the grove where the swarming insects are and place each one near the swarm. Now, I'm not sure if this mattered or not, but I did leave a space between my arrangements so I could actually walk through and interact with the scarab piece. And these little flower arrangements are really cute, and they would look really great in the garden after we do this quest because you can move them anywhere. Once you've set the carnivorous traps, go check on Gaston because he was supposed to be getting ready for an adventure with you. My guess is he is not doing that, and he's a real pain, right? So once you've gone back to check on Gaston, you're going to go back to the traps and you'll be able to grab the other half of the scarab. Now, with both pieces in hand, go back to Jafar at the hologram station and he'll give you some schematics so you can repair the scarab key at the time bending table. You will need both scarab pieces, 1,000 mist, and 3 dream shards. Just note, the dream shards don't have to be in your backpack. As long as you have them in a storage chest at your house, you're good to go. Once repaired, talk to Jafar again at the hologram station for further instruction. Jafar will now inform you that only you meet the criteria to enter the vault, and now you have to break this news to Gaston. Only the pure of heart may enter the vault. So at this point, the Wild Tangle Swarm ends, that quest ends, and then the Diamond in the Rough quest begins. Now you want to go back and talk to Gaston, then follow the scarab. Once the scarab stops, interact with it, and the ground will start to shake, and the Cave of Wonders, aka the vault, will reveal itself from beneath the sand. This is where you have to break Gaston's heart, and you know what? It felt good. Honestly, it felt good to tell him that he can't go in. And to tell him that his heart wasn't pure enough to enter the vault. That was the best. And at this time now, you can enter the cave and start playing the mini games inside to find the 3rd jewel, which I am not going to show you here because I am working on another video on how to get all 3 jewels and also how to walk you through the mini games in the cave. So just expect that to come probably next weekend. That's what I'm hoping to get it ready. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, go ahead and click on the next one. And I'd love it if you smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!